caught red-handed. What you're looking at is a shocking video of a Democrat volunteer in Fairfax County, of course, stealing the opposing side's Vote No literature and campaign signs on the day Virginians went to the polls to vote on the gerrymandering amendment. This took place outside a polling place in Falls Church, Virginia, and this lady's about to find herself in a heap of legal trouble. In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at what this Democrat operative did, what we know about her, and what's going to happen to her next. Oh, and hi. I'm Teri. I'm a fed-up Gen Xer and a ticked-off Virginian who worked for years behind the scenes in conservative media and decided that right now's the time to get in front of the camera and talk the truth. Welcome to Smart Girl Politics, and while you're here, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, that would be most appreciated. Before we take a look at the thief and the video of her, and it's actually two videos, let me give you a little bit of context about what you're about to see. This took place Tuesday morning, as I said, as Virginians were headed to the polls to vote on the gerrymandering referendum. And if you need to catch up on that, I will post a link up above and then down in the description box so you can get all caught up. The setting is Skyline Plaza in Falls Church, Virginia, which is part of Fairfax County. And this specifically is the Plaza Precinct. So that's 509, Precinct 509 in Mason District. I am told that the woman who is in these two videos is a known Democrat volunteer, activist / operative. She looks straight out of Central Casting when you get a really good look at her, and she looks like she's seen a No Kings rally or two in her time. She's seen entering the polling place, which happens to be inside of a condo building in the Skyline area of Falls Church, and swiping Vote No signs and literature. And her fellow Democrats who are there are watching her, and they turn a blind eye to the entire thing. It's shameful behavior by all of the Democrats involved. Now, this footage was obtained by a Republican, a resident, I believe, in the condo building in which the incident took place, who requested it from the building's management, and they provided it to him. So let's just not, let's not belabor the point. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Now, there is no audio for this. It's just video. This is our lady here in the pink hat. I can't get a good look, but I think we can guess what she might be wearing. Now, the gentleman that's sitting there is what I believe is a Democrat operative or somebody that might be there with the yes materials. Now, our girl is heading over. They're chatting. Oh, they're having a good time. Oh, isn't this going to be great? We're going to gerrymander the heck out of the congressional map. All is well. You can see that it is 7:40, almost 7:41 a.m. on April 21st, the day of the referendum. Chat, chat, chat. Oh, goodness. Oh, there's the stuff for the nose. Ah, she makes a beeline for it. So she is headed towards the materials from the nose side. She's grabbing it. She's putting it in her dog stroller because she's pushing her dog around because that's normal. And now she's hiding the no sign. Shameless. Oh, this guy's just like hilarious. You go, girl. And she's so proud of herself. And there she goes. Okay, so that's the first one. Again, this is outside of a polling place in Falls Church, Fairfax County. And it looks to me like there's a Democrat there that maybe has some of the vote yes materials, and it looks like a volunteer for the vote no side left some materials. Now, they weren't all staffed, all of the polling places. Mine here in Loudoun County only had the vote no people. There was no vote yes people, but you are allowed to have and leave materials outside the polling place boundaries, which was what this person did by leaving the vote no stuff. Okay, but the Democrats can't have that. No, no, no. So that's number one. Let's take a look at the second video. Here she is again. This is a different location. Now we see for sure a different part of this polling place. It's just a minute later. So there may be two entrances and she went to the other one. So we can see her. She's still got, she's just right out of Central Casting. She's a No Kings maniac. She's talking to the lady who is officially there with the yes materials. I don't know what she's telling her. I'm here to collect all the no's. Oh, they're looking over towards the no literature that was left. I wish we could hear the conversation, but you can imagine between two awfuls from Fairfax County that it's, oh, we've got this in the bag, you all. All right, and there she goes again, making a beeline for the second set of vote no materials. Now this time that is probably a ballot telling you to vote no and why to vote no. And she's going to take the sign this time. She's just going to clean them out. She's going to take it all. She and her little doggy heading off. And this lady, the other lady, here, I'm sorry, let me pop that back on. The other lady looked a little bit alarmed, the lady that's there with the yes materials, but not alarmed enough to go after this lunatic who just swiped all these materials. Everyone's kind of looking like, is that okay to do? Are we allowed to do that? No, you're not allowed to do that. In fact, that's against the law. Now, because this woman who just swiped materials just absolutely brazenly stole them and did not have a Democrat that felt they had the cojones to stop her because they're all lunatics, because she didn't realize that stealing is bad. She somehow didn't learn that. Let's go to Dora the Explorer, star of children's television.
Say, swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
Oh, me.
Okay, that's enough of Dora, but we do appreciate her message. She's able to tell this elderly woman, and I don't know how old she is, but she looks like a loon with a dog in the stroller, that we don't swipe. Swiper, no swiping. We don't do that. Now, apparently, this kind of thievery by Democrats in Fairfax County, especially amongst the older segment of them, apparently they've been doing this for a long time, this going around and swiping signs and swiping literature. Or they've been getting away with it for years, apparently. Let's take a look at a tweet that tells us what happened. This says, back in 1991, Tom Davis got footage of one of these old ladies doing this to his signs and had her arrested. Turned into a whole big thing, and that generation of seniors learned the hard way to stop stealing lit and destroying signs. Now, if you don't know, Tom Davis was a congressman in Fairfax County. It's been a while, but when Fairfax County still elected Republicans, he was in Congress. He was in the Board of Supervisors in Fairfax County before that. And so apparently these older people need to be taught the hard way. They need to get cuffed and stuffed to learn some of these things. Now, I just thought it might be fun to take a look at how this particular precinct 509 in Fairfax County votes, just in case you were wondering about what kind of people live in this area, vote in this area, and apparently steal campaign literature illegally in this area. We are going to take a look at Precinct 509. Again, you can see over here on the map that it is right there, smack dab in the middle of Fairfax County. There's a nice Islamic center nearby. So it gives you an idea what's going on in that part of Fairfax County. Let's see who they voted for governor. I wonder last year. Oh, Abigail Spanberger, of course they did. Look at those numbers. This is Fairfax County for you. Lieutenant Governor, yep, they love Ghazala Hashmi, who I'm going to be talking about in the future because she is not good. Oh, how about Jay Jones? Surely they were disgusted by Jay Jones. No, just kidding. They love Jay Jones. So that gives you an idea of what kind of people we're dealing with here, the kind of people that vote for Jay Jones, for God's sake. What kind of people are they? They have no conscience. They have no morals, which she just demonstrated very nicely for us on this fabulous video. Now, what, you ask, are the criminal consequences for such actions? I looked that up for you. Virginia state law criminalizes interference with election materials. Under Virginia Code Section 24.2 through 1005, it's a Class 5 felony to steal, destroy, or tamper with election-related materials such as campaign signs, literature, or official election documents. A Class 5 felony in Virginia carries up to 10 years in prison. though it can also be treated as a misdemeanor at the court's discretion. More broadly, theft of personal property applies. It's a larceny, applies regardless of the political context. Virginia Code Section 8.2-95 and Section 8.2-96 cover grand and petty larceny, respectively. So there's some consequences for grabby lady. Here's the good news. I am told by the person that's going to do this that an official police report is going to be filed on Monday with Fairfax County Police. So if we look back to that tweet about 1991, those elderly people were slapped with criminal charges, and we'd love to see that again. But here's the bad news. It's Fairfax County, and the odious Steve Descano is the Commonwealth's attorney there. Now, you may have heard of Steve Descano before. He's the guy that hasn't met a criminal, illegal alien that he didn't love and want to put back on the streets in order to harm Virginians. So that's what we're dealing with. His office will ultimately decide what happens with this broad. And whether or not charges are brought against her, which they should, it's pretty blatant what's going on there. And, well, what you need to know is that Steve Descano answers to his pimp daddy, George Soros. So I think we have a good idea on how that's going to go. Now, Matthew Hurt, who has the thankless job of running the Arlington, Virginia Republican Committee, he gave me a comment on all this. I'm wondering how this is going down with Republicans in the area. He said it's no surprise far-left activists want to silence dissenting voices in Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia Republicans will continue to expose these intolerant leftists, to raise awareness, and to hold them accountable when and where we can. So, to my friends in the rest of Virginia, I love you dearly, but this is what Fairfax County thinks of you. Your opinions don't matter. Your voice doesn't matter. You don't matter to them. Do you see how easily, shamelessly she took the materials and how nobody stopped her, even though they saw exactly what she's doing? This is what Northern Virginia thinks of you. Now, there are a few exceptions. We love you dearly. I hope you love us dearly, because we're up here and we are outnumbered by these lunatics. So, but it is a good reminder, as we saw with the gerrymandering results, that Northern Virginia has nothing but contempt for the rest of Virginia. And that's what they do. They steal, they lie, they cheat to get their way because they can't win by the rules. So I will be sure to bring you updates on the story. And if you want to learn more about how the Supreme Court of Virginia could burn the Democrats' gerrymandered map down to the ground, you want to check out this interview I just did with former Virginia Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Be safe out there.